I'm Marca. I am the current president of SAE. I'm a fourth year mechanical engineering student. So the whole purpose of this club is actually to really get students involved. It's all about the student experience. I mean, we're trying to get people to come in and really get out of their comfort zone. We're trying to actually see what they can actually do outside the classroom. Because with the classroom, what you got is you're going to be taught a lot of theories. You're going to actually be taught, stuff that maybe you use later in life. But right now, what we're trying to teach you guys is something that you're passionate about, something that you want to do maybe for your future as your job, as anything. And what we do is we build cars. We build racing cars. And anybody that's actually super interested in racing cars, they have to join this club. I mean, this is actually the only one on campus. We're one of a kind, basically. And I mean, that's what it's really about. I mean, also, our club is actually also about kind of impacting actually society. We want to get out there. We want to actually show the world, what we can do, what actually students and college students could do. We want to actually show that, there's new technology emerging from everything. And we also want to show there is a way to actually utilize what we have on campus. We use the facilities, we use faculty members, we use everything that we can. The main reason actually I joined was probably because of cars. I mean, I love cars. I like to drive them. I like to make them. I like to read about them. I like to do research about them. I like to do anything with cars. And since this is the only club on campus that's like that, it's kind of cool. But then once I actually did join, I realized it is far more than that. I mean, there's actually a team involvement going on. At the end, you actually do build a car, and it's something you feel a personal accomplishment when you actually do it. So that is something one of the main reasons why I wanted to join. It's just something to call my own. So as the president, my job is actually to bring people in. We actually do recruiting events. I'm usually in charge of that. I give out those speech. And then after that, we're actually trying to keep the people motivated throughout the club. Try to actually keep them interested, because a lot of the times people kind of come in and go. I mean, the whole point is you got to keep them wanting to stay. And then once they want to stay, they'll stay forever. And then after that, it's all about, try to organize events, organize, videos that are going on, maybe organize workshops, safety training, all that kind of stuff. The best thing is probably the hands-on experience. I mean, the club is something, I'm not seeing in the classrooms. It is something that, I can actually go in there and do what I want. I mean, I want to build cars, so that's why I do this. But it's, something different than what I'm doing on the everyday draw of classes. One of the biggest challenges that I faced actually was also you're trying to do something that people are doing for free. It is purely volunteer work. It is purely something that the student wants to do. And just trying to get someone to understand that you're doing it for yourself, you're not doing it for anybody else, I think that's one of the hardest things. I mean, I understand, it's not your job to actually make the person interested, but it kind of is at the same time. You kind of have to show them, if you do stay in this club, you can do this. You got to show them, you got to open up all the doors for them just so they can actually see what they can accomplish. So this program is different from the classrooms, mostly due to hands-on experience. I mean, in the classroom, you're learning theory. It's extremely important for theory. I mean, most of this actually stuff that I do right now is stuff that I learned from classes. But what we're really doing here is we're applying it. We're actually taking what I learned today in one of my classes, and we're actually applying it to one of the pieces on the car. From that, I mean, you're able to actually, I don't know, make something of it. It's almost like having a job. It's like what you're doing in the real world. You're actually taking what you learned after 4 years of college and actually putting it into something. I think the most exciting thing is probably the competition. I mean, it's more than that. I mean, because what the competition does is actually bringing everything that you did the entire year and summarizing it in 1 week. you are also actually looking at everybody else's, project that they actually also did. So at the competition, I mean, what you're doing is you're actually looking at everybody else's project. You're seeing what everybody else has accomplished. You see all the technology that everybody's done. I mean, it's very actually exciting to see, how someone actually took the time to really develop something that no one's really thought about before. I mean, and then also it's kind of cool to actually see all that work that you did the entire year actually function as an entire unit. I mean, you're watching, 9 months of work, maybe even actually 18 months if it's a 2-year project. You're seeing that all at once. You're going, you know, it's just something is hard to explain, I guess. This club will definitely help me in the future. I mean, well, not the club, it's like SE at IIT. I mean, I don't think they're going to call me up one of these days and tell me to do something, but it's more like what I did while I was in the club. And what I did was basically what I want to do. And it's something that I actually want to continue in. And it's just like an extension of my life after college. It's what's going on. And that's what I think it's the main thing that, it's going to bring the future for me. So, I mean, of course, as president, I'm going to always try to recruit anybody that wants to join. I mean, the thing is, I feel like this club is always seemed as an engineering club. It's always seemed as something only engineers can do, maybe even actually only mechanical engineers can do. What we're trying to say is this club is actually more than that. You don't have to be an engineer. You don't even have to really know stuff about cars. We just want you to learn. We want you to come in. We want you to just kind of feel your way around the entire club. I mean, as long as you're interested in cars in general, that's all we really need from you. And just that alone is just cool. I mean, just to watch people come in and use what they got from their discipline, just to actually see how they can actually apply to the club.